The coalition of brothers, brothers in arms, or, the brothers who are enemies of America, the coalition of brothers in arms lay siege to the sorcerer's land, the ones who are practicing witchcraft, with a burning, consuming, blazing heat. That is the nuclear event. Welcome, Lightwarriors Rising. This is Diana. Welcome to the channel. Please like, subscribe, and share. And friends of the channel, if you are wanting to get closer to God, please put your prayer requests in the comments underneath the pinned comment, and the prayer of salvation will be in the pinned comment. Brothers and sisters, if you ever have doubted that God is not answering to you, please know that the messages received are mind-boggling. How this entire message proves that not only are we in the last seconds before a 9/11, second 9/11 event happening, but it also proves that there is nefarious forces at play that have taken over our government, that are planning worldwide through a brotherhood that is controlled by Satan to attack America, and in a nuclear event, but also it proves this message that the rapture is so close. It's so close. And I'm not saying this. It's God giving messages and if you don't know how I receive these messages, I'm going to sleep at nighttime. I'm asking a question after I'm watching your channels or after I'm seeing the news, and then I'm receiving these messages in a language that I don't speak. And for me, this is an amazing proof that God speaks, because he gives me through the Holy Spirit, he gives us Bible verses and confirmations after confirmation of the exact same message received 4 weeks ago. We're going in circles now, because I'm pretty sure God, like every good parent, continuously explains his children, that is you and the people of the earth, the same message in many ways, shapes, and form, until his children get it. It's just like a parent driving in a car and the kids are asking, when are we there? Right? Over and over and over. When are we there? But when are we there? And God explains it with a lot of patience, giving chances for a lot of our brothers and sisters, for friends of the channel, for many people on this planet, the last second chances to come closer to God, to come closer to Jesus. So, brothers and sisters, I will quickly read you the message. Then I will give you the translation, and then I'm going to jump into the news so you see how this all applies in the current events, news that are happening daily, and where are we at in this time clock that is coming down to zero. So when I asked, all right, so we are understanding, we are waiting now for 9/11 event on America's soil. And not just us, but for example, Saudi Arabia, for example, Qatar, they're just evacuating right now at the airport. People are catching flights in a hurry because there is knowledge, the underground knowledge that there is an imminent attack. So just how you see in the news, and I'm going to share with you in a bit, how this is happening in real time, know that America is next. When I asked, well, when is this happening? When is that 9/11 event? Is this nuclear? Is this the rapture event? Brothers and sisters, here is the message that it's meant for you. It's meant for you to share it and to encourage you, because this is what God wants. This is the channel's ministry here, to encourage you wherever you are. There is imminent attack. There is an imminent event, and we are this close to this event. Here's the message received. Yerham achshaf akhishemek kashaf shemek. And let me translate this to you. I will get my notes here, and then we'll get quickly into the news, because this message, brothers and sisters, says, okay, so the question is, when is this event happening, and how? And the answer is the coalition of brothers in arms, or the brothers who are enemies of America. The coalition of brothers in arms lays siege to the sorcerer's land, the ones who are practicing witchcraft, with a burning, consuming, blazing heat. That is the nuclear event. All right? When I asked when, brothers and sisters, the answer was Tekef. And Tekef is referring to the king of this land, Trump's latest way of expressing himself, with the reprobate mind. And Tekef means when your king is boasting and becoming ever so proud, disregarding God. And just like Solomon, no, not Solomon, sorry, excuse me, let me just review this. In Daniel 5:20, this same word, Tekef, describes a king's spirit hardened in pride, revealing how self-exaltation turns imagined strength into ruin. Nebuchadnezzar, I can't pronounce that, I'm so sorry. Nebuchadnezzar kingdom is pictured as a tree that grew large and strong in Daniel 4:11, but its vigor was towering above, trying to get above God, until God cut it down. This is just about now, brothers and sisters. Look in the news. Now let me share the news with you so you can see how the daily events are matching, or God, I should say, is matching the daily news. So brothers and sisters, first of all, when I said there is panic not in Qatar, I'm so sorry, panic in Dubai, thousands are fleeing to airport fearing Iran attack. Look at the images coming from Dubai's airport right now. At thousands of people in Dubai, this is coming from Hal Radio Show, are fleeing from the city's major airport. They're fleeing towards at the airport so they can fly out to get the first flight out to anywhere. Dubai airport plunged into chaos today as thousands of travelers, accompanied by their families, rushed to leave the city amid growing fears of potential drone attacks by Iran. The locals seem to know something the rest of us have not heard yet. Saudi ship attacked and burning. U.S. attacks Panama flagged vessel near Iran. But how I wanted to show you how this message is reflected in the news, or I should say, how God knows ahead of time what is happening, and He's informing us. And here through the channel, informing all of us and you, friends of the channel, brothers and sisters, look at the latest news that Trump is displaying and showing the madness that is happening in the government right now, at the government level, right at the upper echelons, and know that the president and the presidents across the world are at this point taken over by Nephilim for the nefarious purpose of bringing in the Antichrist. So let me get. I'm pulling up my notes here. Just one moment. This comes from Keegan Fernandez. A human betrayal and a divine intervention. Trump's peace plan was designed to fail, that would leave Israel all alone for the God of Israel to intervene. We've seen Trump mentioning many times by now in the last month how if he would have not been around, so he says, I quote, if I wasn't around, says Trump, Israel would not be yet standing in this context. Then the message that Trump is giving out now to the world is that Israel is on its own at this point. Trump's peace plan was designed to fall. On Israel's Channel 12 he says, I told Bibi to be very careful what he does, or he could soon find himself standing alone. We better understand now why God needs to step in and take over. Psalm 83. This is coming from King Fernandez. The God of Israel is about to intervene and destroy the surrounding enemies of Israel, known as Iran's Ring of Fire, which include Hamas. These are your Akshaf, the Brotherhood in Arms. Listen to who those people are. Hamas, Hezbollah, the Houthis, the Islamic Jihad, the Iraqi militias, and the IRGC in Iran that are spinning centrifuges in Iran to build more nuclear bombs in addition to the three that they already possess. For what purpose? Well, for the purpose of defeating their perceived enemy of America. When we're looking at Yaham, Akshaf, Akhishemek, the land of the sorcerer, just like in the Wizard of Oz, right? This is a portrayal of a city or country or land inhabited by people that allow and encourage spells, witchcraft, and many nefarious pedophiles, right? The pedophiles, they encourage and let them be free to do whatever they want. We all know where we are. Look at the Epstein files where things are. Nobody got arrested yet, right? This is what God says. Refers to cities like New York, LA, San Francisco, right? Las Vegas, as cities. They allowed sorceries and like the prayer and sacrifices to Baal and sacrifice to Molech, right? Children sacrifices and prostitution and pedophiles and sorcerers, right? Or witchcraft, right? This was the first city who made a coalition with the other cities that were against Israel, just like how we see right now, where they made a coalition and they attacked Israel. However, God intervened, and this was the very first city coalition or country's coalition to fall by God's power. Although they were overwhelmingly militarily much more powerful than Then Israel, they still fell by God's power, by God's intervention. This is exactly where we are right now. History repeats itself. In 1 Thessalonians 5:3, Paul speaks of assurances of peace as the harbinger to a catastrophe, the precursor to sudden destruction, the rapture, the Psalm 83 war, and Jeremiah 49, the destruction of Elam. Elam is Iran, part of Iran where they have the nuclear uh, the nuclear reactors. Earth is preparing for a war, and heaven is preparing for a wedding. Not just that, on top of all this, Russia and Syria signed an agreement on military cooperation, and and uh, this comes uh, from Hal Turner or Ann Walker. I'm so sorry. I'm doing snapshots, so I don't think I caught the correct person who wrote this article. Bibi Netanyahu says no. Netanyahu just rejected Trump's own peace plan. Here's why that matters. Remember, peace in quote. Today, Netanyahu formally rejected Trump's Board of Peace 15-point Gaza peace plan at a cabinet meeting. Israel rejects the 15-point document. The IDF will not carry any withdrawal until Hamas is genuinely disarmed. Well, we knew that a year ago when all this started, or when all this was going in place. Bibi reaffirmed in the same breath, as long as I'm prime minister, there will be no Palestinian state, not in Gaza, not in Judea, not in Samaria. These are the late or the new lands that they are looking to acquire. Al Jazeera's own framing says it plainly. Netanyahu has hit the reset button. The Board of Peace, Trump's own creation, now has, in their words, very limited power to move forward without Israel's support. Hold on, my rescue dogs are barking. Just a second. As you see, Israel is increasingly being cast as the obstacle to the middle peace. Sorry. Oh my gosh. Okay. One more time. Israel is increasingly being cast as the obstacle to Middle East peace, and in a sense, rightly so, from the outside looking in. There is more pressure added to an already loaded moment. So, as you see, not only now Russia is signed an agreement with Syria, but also a new brotherhood in arms coalition was just signed a couple of days ago, where the Mecca agreement, it's Turkey, Iran, and Syria, signed an agreement, a military agreement to protect each other, just like a Middle East NATO. So, brothers and sisters, this means that we are indeed really, really close. God says, when you see the king of your country, displaying, becoming ever so arrogant, that's Tekef, Hebrew 8631, right here, Tekef. So, brothers and sisters, please be encouraged that we are indeed in the last days, and if you want to get closer to God, today is the day. No waiting anymore is encouraged, because we are at the last moments before this major event is happening, that the upper echelons are looking to create, to bring in the Antichrist. The entire system is ready, right? Everything is set in place. And the only thing that is indeed missing right now is the destruction coming upon us and upon the world of the Western civilization. So I hope this encourages you. Know we are very, very close. Don't hang your head yet. And if I don't see you soon, I will. I don't see you here. I will see you in the clouds. I love you all. Please put your prayer request in underneath the pinned comment. Let us know what other dreams and visions you have received. And I have not forgotten. There was somebody was asking for a confirmation from God about a location where Israel is getting hit. And I have not gotten anything yet, but for sure, when God tells me or tells us, I will make sure that I come and answer your question. So I hope you are blessed by God wherever you are. Stay strong, stay in faith, and stay close to each other. And although we are a very small community, we know that God reaches those who are in most need. Right now, with these messages, I love you all. I'll see you soon.